Hello, friends! Today I will tell you about the most important character of the game, Avatar World. No one knows her real name in history, but today I will tell you in detail about it. We can see this girl on the Avatar World game icon, but nothing is said about her in the game itself. However, I still managed to find information about her. I wrote to the developers of Avatar World, and this is what I learned. The main character's name is Ella. Ella was an unusual character in Avatar World. Few people knew her name, and no one could find her inside the game itself. The game icon always depicted her cute face and bright eyes, but when the application was launched, she disappeared somewhere. It was her secret, and it remained unsolved until the last. Ella was a passionate observer and researcher. She adored hidden details and secrets in games, which is why she decided to hide from the eyes of the players. Ella preferred to observe the world while remaining invisible. She spent her days exploring various corners of Avatar World. She found hidden trails and caves that led to unexplored places. Her love for nature and animals was pronounced. Ella has always tried to help animals in need and learn more about them. Her hobbies included art and music. She often hid in galleries and concert halls, listening to music and being inspired by works of art. Her presence has always been elusive, but remained noticeable in the inspiration she brought to the gaming world. Ella loved riddles and puzzles. Avatar World is full of various unsolved secrets, as well as things that few people know about. But Ella is one of those who knows absolutely all the secrets of Avatar World. Everything from the oldest to the newest, in the forest and in the city. Unfortunately, Ella has no friends at all, but they are replaced by her favorite animals and nature, where she spends most of her free time. The next character whose story I'm going to tell is a waiter. The waiter works in a big house of rich parents on the edge of the city. He works at the drinks counter, but sometimes delivers food all over the two-story house. This waiter is already 53 years old, and that's a lot. He used to work at the zoo, but then he quit and found a quieter job, in a private large house on the outskirts of the city. He has been working in this house for 5 years. He knows the whole house by heart for a long time. The waiter really loves his job. He, like Ella, likes different interesting secrets. This house is full of unsolved mysteries. Just look at this tree. Not any berries grow on it, but diamonds. Sometimes, after hard work, the waiter comes here and rests in this huge bed. Would you like to own such a house? Write in the comments. What happens if you call the waiter when he is already here? He'll just say hello. By the way, the waiter does not work alone in this house. There is also a cleaner who constantly dusts, cleans the house, washes clothes, and does a lot more. And there is also a pianist who plays the piano very beautifully all day long and entertains the owners of this house. I will also tell the story of the pianist in this video. The pianist is a very interesting character. Few people know, but there are as many as 2 pianists in Avatar World. One of them is a colleague of our previous hero. But the second pianist has nothing to do with this house and the people working in it. He works in the ballet hall, plays music for girls who study ballet with their teacher. This pianist used to work in a barber shop, but later he was fired. Do you know why he became a pianist? In fact, it's all because his daughter goes to the ballet. The pianist himself does not know how to dance, but in order to support his daughter every day, he decided that he would play the piano in the ballet hall. By the way, have you ever seen the husband of the owner of this house on the edge of town? Yes, this is the same pianist from the ballet hall. That is why there are 2 pillows on the bed in the bedroom. One for the hostess of this house, and the second for the pianist. The name of this great pianist is Antonio. Antonio remained a pianist who not only brought music, but also inspiration, beauty, and harmony to the world of Avatar World. His house on the edge of the city became a symbol of creativity and kindness, and his music was forever inscribed in the history of this magical world. Now I will tell the story of the teacher from the ballet hall. This teacher's name is Rosa. She was a famous ballerina when she was young. All her movements were incredibly beautiful, and she was very famous. However, over time, when Rosa got older and her body could no longer dance the way it used to, she decided to share her knowledge with the children. Despite her age, she was 60 years old, she became a ballet teacher and began teaching children. Every day she came to the ballet hall, where music from Antonio was playing, and taught the children ballet. It was important for her to pass on her passion for this kind of art to a new generation. Rosa knew that each of them could become a star. But where did Rosa live? In addition to being a teacher at the ballet hall, Rosa worked at a children's camp, and her home was there. In it, she could cook together with her students, tell scary stories, and much more. The house in the camp is so huge that it was divided into 3 different buildings. How many awards do you think Rose has received in her entire career? Let's count it together. There are 3 medals hanging on the wall with the picture. However, these are not all the awards that Rose has. And so, to get the rest of the awards, just repeat after me. You need to open the lock with the key that lies in Antonio's piano. Wow! Have you seen this? Rose has become a child again, picking up this award. This is the most important award in the Rose collection. She got it at the World Ballet Championships, and now this award can rejuvenate her when Rose picks it up. Rose has 5 awards in total, 3 medals and 2 cups. Does this girl that Rosa turns into remind you of anyone? Yes, it's the same ballerina from the picture on the wall near the medals. The painting depicts a Rose when she was 13 years old. Well, now I'm going to tell you the story of one of the most mysterious characters in the game Avatar World. Yes, I'm talking about the very character who is constantly sitting at the train station. The character everyone called Professor Hatt was a permanent resident of the station in Avatar World. He looked mysterious and fascinating. Among the crowd of inhabitants of this magical world, his outstanding features were a little strange. He spent hours sitting on a bench around the station, watching the trains coming and going. His gaze was always fixed on the distance, as if he was expecting something important. It is not known why he was so often at the station, but his presence gave this place a mystery. Many residents of Avatar World called Professor Hatt the Station Keeper. They thought he had a connection to other worlds and could help people if they needed to get to new places. His real story remained a mystery, and everyone who met him felt a slight excitement and hope for adventures. There are rumors that Professor Hatt can sometimes be found in the supermarket, but no one really knows whether it's true or not. Professor Hatt is so mysterious that no one even knows where he lives. There is a legend in Avatar World that Professor Hatt arrives at the train station early in the morning every day and leaves somewhere late at night. What do you think? Where can Professor Hatt really live, and why does he have to come to the train station early in the morning every time? But this is not the end of Professor Hatt's story. Many people thought that Professor Hatt was a former engineer or railroad worker who was close in spirit to old trains and railways. He was always polite and willing to share stories about what the old days of railway travel were like. Although Professor Hatt looked mysterious, his stories about past times and his kindness made him one of the favorite characters among the residents of Avatar World. At the train station, his presence always brought a sense of comfort and nostalgia, and many people believed that meeting him became part of their own journeys and stories.